How did it go from this to this? Find out in this new Super Ice Cream Sandwich episode. Hey, how's it going? I'm Super Ice Cream Sandwich, and I wanted to make a video today on a project that I'm currently working on. I'm going to be filming this today as I work on the project on a friend's 15-inch early 2011 2 GHz model MacBook Pro. Basically what happened was the battery was bulging, and I don't know exactly what caused the battery to bulge, but it caused the trackpad to bulge, and there's slight denting in the case. Like, not really a dent so much as it's bulging a little bit like the trackpad is. And I'm also going to be doing a few other things as well, such as replacing the thermal paste in this, and just cleaning up the machine in general, and installing an SSD. And installing a new battery, because obviously the old battery was bulging. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this walkthrough of this project that I'm currently working on. And for my friend that's seeing this, I hope you enjoy this video as well. The components which will be used today are the following: a replacement battery, a brand new 240GB solid state drive by Kingston, and a new trackpad to replace the broken one. In the first step of the entire process, I start by cleaning off the MacBook Pro, as a clean MacBook Pro is a healthy MacBook Pro. I sprayed a glass cleaner onto the napkin and wiped down the entire machine, as it provided the best general results for overall cleanliness. In the next step, I proceeded to remove the bottom cover. My glass surface disk allows for a dry erase marker to be used, so therefore I drew a circle around the group of screws to denote the ones which came off the bottom cover. This way, it could help me remember which screws came off the bottom cover later on. My next order of business was to renew the thermal paste. As the protocol calls for, I've used Arctic Silver 5, as there is, to my knowledge, no better thermal paste mass-produced on a consumer level available on the market. I proceeded to disassemble the MacBook Pro further, separating the entire logic board from the Mac. Subsequently, the heat pipe was removed and the old thermal paste was removed as well, and the new thermal paste was applied. I personally disagree with the method which Apple uses to apply thermal paste onto Macs, as the abundance of thermal paste does not convert into better thermal dissipation. The surface area of the chip dies are where the heat is coming from, and the thermal paste serves only as a thermal transfer, and its thermal conductivity properties will not be increased as a result of an increase in thermal paste. This method is identical to the one that I used in my very own 17-inch early 2011 MacBook Pro, and my temperatures have been great ever since. After all the component replacement, there was but one issue left: the GPU. There was major screen artifacting, flickering, causing speed step to be enabled, among other performance issues. This was a classical case of the early 2011 MacBook Pro models and needed to be addressed. I took a heat gun to 185 degrees Celsius or 365 degrees Fahrenheit, which sits right between the 188 degrees Celsius melting point of 6040 SNPB solder and the 183 degrees melting point of 6337 SNPB solder. I didn't know which one was being used in there, so I sat comfortably between the two melting points to make sure that I had the least propensity for failure. After 10 minutes, I left it to cool for 7 minutes before reassembling and applying new thermal paste once again. After extensive testing, my GPU reflow has proven to be successful and stable. The components checked out just fine, and the MacBook Pro is once again functioning as it should. Thank you to my friend CJ for allowing this MacBook Pro to be featured on my channel as a project. I'm glad I could help bring this thing back to life. Thank you so very much for watching. Stay tuned for more projects by Super Ice Cream Sandwich. Super Ice Cream Sandwich over and out.